Hi guys, I'm Dave and this is Down the Road We Go. Today we're in the shop and we're going to be talking about satellite Hi guys, I'm Dave. I'm with Down the Road We Go. Today we're going to talk about satellite hookups, and when we get done, ours is going to work for a change. Hi guys, we're inside the trailer now, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you where the satellite's hooked up, and we're going to show you how to check it. Although this is going to check good, it's still not going to work, but because we've checked it out. But let me show you where it's hooked up inside the trailer. So we have to turn some extra light on here. Okay, there it is. That's in the back of the TV. As you can see, there's two cables attachment. One is the antenna or the cable, which works fine. We've checked those out, and we've actually got signal from both of them on the TVs front and back. That works fine. Then we have the satellite up there. Now you have to make sure, if you're going to be on the satellite or the cable, that you turn the antenna off in the bedroom. There's a little green light that comes on. Make sure that's turned off. So it is turned off, and what we're going to do now is we're going to take this is what we're going to need, or part of what we're going to need to fix this problem. Well, first off, we're going to check it with this checker. I think I got it at Lowe's for about $10 or $15, and basically what you do is you put the load on one end, you put this on the other end, and it'll check the cable. Now we're going to go ahead and do that, even though we know that it checks good, but we're going to show you how to do it. So what we're going to do, let's just take the red one, and we'll come over here and we'll stick it on this cable connection right there. So hang on just a minute, we'll be back because we're going to hook the other one up down below and see how it works. Okay guys, here's the tester, and what you're going to have to do is put an extension on it so that you can hook it up down here. Now this extension, you want to hook it up to both ends to test it, because you don't want a bad cable down here messing your whole thing up. So here's the test. We're hooked up at both ends. We get a green light. That means that everything's working good on that cable, so we don't have to worry about it. Now we'll disconnect it, and we'll go ahead and put it on the regular satellite setup and go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, what we decided to do is go ahead and put the load down there and put the tester up here. So the load is on the wire down in the basement where you hook your satellite up, and the tester is hooked up here. Now let's give it a try. Gee, how about that? It says the red, which is the red dummy, is good. So that means that wire is good. Guess what though? It don't work. Even though the test light says green, which means the cable's good, unfortunately it probably still runs through a splitter someplace. Now on these Directvs with this swim module, it has to talk to the satellite with no encumbrance. So if you have a splitter someplace or a junction, it's not going to work. Okay, now junctions will work, but I mean like a splitter to split that cable off, it will not work. We tried everything we could to get this to work when we were down in Biloxi, and I ended up running it through the window, the cable through the window up to the swim module, and what do you know? Bang, worked fine. So what we did is we added an outside connection, and what I'm going to do now is show you how to find where that connection is, hook that connection up, and get everything working. And in the process of finding that connection, we found something that Montana did wrong in the slide, and it's going to cause a lot of electrical problems in the future if we don't fix it now. And once you see it, if you've got a slide that has cables running out, you better take a look at it, and we'll see that when we get down there. So let's get started on it. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this little box on right here. We're going to put that on the outside. It's got a connection from the back side. Now I've painted it to kind of look like the color, and it's got a connection right there. And we're going to put it on the outside of the slide. So the first thing we have to do is find how this cable routes down there. So we're going to take the fireplace out. So let's get to doing that. I'll be right back. Okay guys, if you've ever wondered how to get this fireplace out, there's a trick to it. It took me a while online and looking around, and I finally figured it out by accident. I kept pulling on this. I knew that this was just an extra trim piece. Couldn't figure out how it came off, but here, I'll show you how. Pick it up right here and just pop it up. That pops up and it's right out of the way. Okay, now what we do, there's 2 screws on each side, and that'll come right out. Here, we'll show you. There we go, now we can just pull it out. Oop. Don't want to turn it on. Okay. That kind of gets it out of our way for right now. We'll get back in here and unplug this. Just has a regular electric plug on it, 110. Now let's move it out of the way. There we go. Now, the reason we've moved it out of the way is, if you can see back in here, all these cables. Well, these cables come up in the corner, and we'll show you that in a second. And what I've done is, the cable from the Schwinn module up top, it's already got holes to run it down through here for a different cable. So we just snaked it down, brought it down in here, and poked it down in the corner. Now I'll show you. As you can see, I left it just like it is. I'm going to clean it up before I put it back together this time. But, you know, they don't clean anything up at the factory. So hang on. Let me get the camera down here and I'll show you where it goes through. Okay guys, if you can see down there, see that gray cable? Let me show you here. This is the gray cable here. We're going to tie this up a little bit better before we close this up, but that's where it goes through. Now, we poked it right down into the corner there, and there's a bunch of wires that go down through there in a wire loom. When we get outside, we'll show you where those are, and we'll show you where a problem is that we found with the way those cables are put through there. Now, if you'll notice, there's connections here for all your wiring to come up through that slide. It also, these 2 tubes here, that are, these black ones, I'm pretty sure are gas lines. Those are gas lines that go over to the refrigerator and the stove. So now we want to get down up underneath and take a look at how the wiring is down there. And if you've got a slide like this that has wires that go down, you're going to want to look at this. We'll be back in a second. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. I think you can. This is the underside of the slide, and what we've done is we've pulled this loom down out of the way, and these are a lot of the wires that were already there. And what I've done is snaked this cable here, which is going to hook up to that outside piece. Now you can see the back side of it right there. Right here. That's where I'm going to hook it up. We've already attached that to the outside of the slide. Now as I was doing this, I noticed something that's not good. You see these, I'm trying to stay out of the light here, these cables right here. Let me see if I get the light up a little bit better. See these cables right here? These are electrical cables that run across and up underneath the slide. It's a little bit hard to see where I have them right here, but these cables rub up against a bracket. You can see that bracket right there? See that bracket right here? This bracket holds all your lines for the gas and everything. Well, these rub on that bracket, and I've already can feel where they've been chafing. So I'm going to fix that at the same time. So what we're going to do is I've bought some trim for around a car door and I'm going to lay that up on this edge right here. You can see my finger right there. And lay it along there, which is in back of the wires. That should help. Plus, I've got some more loom like this, and I'm going to put it right on this part here and try to keep that from rubbing on there. So let's get that done, and then I'll kind of show you what it looks like. Sorry for the light, it's just I don't have a real good light down underneath here. But take my word for it, you want to look up underneath your slides. If you have gas lines or electricals that go in and out with your slide, make sure that they have somehow got it away from that bracket. They did not. It sits right there, that bracket's right there, and it's rubbing on it. So we'll fix it up, and then we'll get back with you and show you what it looks like. Okay, it's a little hard to see, but I've put, basically what I've done is I've put a piece of this on, right here. This is, it's like a plastic channel that you can slide down over your car door edge, so when you hit other cars you don't tear the paint off of their car or yours. It's just kind of hard rubber, and I've gone ahead and put that on, cut me a piece off and put it on here. Where we put it was right here, where these are rubbing on that metal. So now they're rubbing on rubber, but I'm still going to put some loom like this on it. So I'm just trying to show you what we've done here. Like I said, right here, that is rubbing on that, and now it's not, and now we're going to put some loom on it. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, we've got it all back together now, and I've got a little bit better lighting. Hopefully you can see everything. Here again is the part that we put on here, this plastic in back of this tube, so that that metal bracket won't hit it. We've put loom, some plastic loom on the 3 wires that came down, and we've wire tied everything back together. We've put the loom back together for the cable that's going up into the bottom of it, and put that all wire tied together. We're all hooked up and we're ready to go. Now I'm not going to pull out the satellite today to show you that it worked. Trust me, it did, because actually I've done this before. But here's the most important thing. Make sure you get down here and check. If you have a slide out like this with wires and cables on it, make sure that bracket is not cutting into those. And I've put this on my list of things to look at now and then to make sure that none of that is coming apart or it's rubbing or anything like that. We don't want any problems down the road. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, this is an in the shop series, so we're going to try and do a few of these and put these out in the middle of the week, probably Wednesdays or Thursdays, and when we have them. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and you can click the like button and click the little bell after you subscribe, and you'll be notified when we have another one that comes out. So again, guys, thanks again for watching. Down the road we go. Y'all take care. Make sure you check this right here if you need to. So take care, guys. Talk to you later.